Hello, welcome everybody. Uh, on the Swivel at the Sportsbar for another, entertainment segment of sports talk with your host here, R. Payne. We'll probably have some folks coming up, and we're going to get started and just kind of chop it up. Welcome aboard. Anybody who's out there listening, uh, every Wednesday, 7 o'clock, I'm on the air. Lord willing. Uh, Everybody likes sports. We see all kinds of sports shows, but I ain't beholden to any sponsor, so I can say what I feel like saying. Nobody can dictate, what I say, like a Stephen A. Smith or anybody who has a corporate sponsor who has to, suck up to their masters. I don't have to do that. If I see something or someone who I think is a foul, I'm gonna say so. Uh, and I expect you to say that too. Just put your whatever you have in the chat. If you want to come up, I'll drop the link for those who I have to see you to make sure you're legitimate. But if you want to talk sports, I'm here for all. I'm here for all of that. You know, uh, so it's kind of like after football season, we have the NBA, got baseball coming up. I'm not a big baseball guy, but got the NBA. I'm not a big hockey guy. We have some boxing matches, and there's some other things going on out there that, in the special segment that I kind of hit on, and we could talk about those kind of things as well. But, for the most part, I'm not sweating any of the small stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, if you like sports in general, we're going to get started. We're going to talk about a couple of things, and we're going to just move. First, in the NFL, the season's over, but they have the combine. So we got what I call postseason NFL talk. So I have a few things about the combines. I look at a little bit of it, but I'm not a big combine fan. The guys have shorts on, they're running around, they're measuring the offensive linemen, defensive linemen. They're talking about wide receivers, quarterbacks. But it's not really until the draft where what people are to actually commit to the new guys coming out. Who's gonna go first? Caleb seems like he's gonna be the odds-on favorite. They're gonna get rid of Justin Fields. He's gonna go somewhere else. He'll probably have a great career elsewhere other than Chicago. And Chicago's taking a gamble. If they don't put the right people around Caleb, he's not gonna do that well either. You know, so that's where I'm at. Hey man, what's going on, Trey? How you doing, man? Trey Ferg.
What's up, Bob?
All right, how's it going, man?
I'm all right. What's up with you, man? It's
Hey man,
Wednesday.
say what?
I said it's Wednesday.
Yeah, man. You know it. So that's what it is. Wednesday, we're talking sports again. I see you around the horn. I've been, see what you had. I know when you were up a little early. I guess you were on another panel or something. Uh, oh man, somebody I see somebody else who's in the chat. Somebody might be in the chat. I don't know who's in the chat. Is that you,
That's Hassan.
Hassan?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I know him, man. He's all over, man. He's a good guy. I'll be on this panel sometime. He's a good guy.
All right. Oh, I see him. Well, okay. What it is? TV.
Yeah, that's him.
All right. Well, I guess he's saying what is it? You could put it in the chat, man. Say hello, man. He's saying
Yeah, he's a
salute.
good guy. Yes, sir. We converse a lot. He's funny.
All right.
Yeah.
I might have to check out his channel.
Right. No, I think they be on too late for you, man.
What do you mean on too late?
Hey, man, they be on 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, man.
Oh, well, that's cool, man. You know me, man. I'm a night owl, man.
Okay, well,
Anyway,
that's
so
how.
let's.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
No, I'm just saying. That's how I found him, man. I'm late. I'm always up late. I'm tired. We ain't got no 24-hour clock. We just got a
There
clock.
you go, man. I ain't got no 24-hour clock, man. That's my problem, man. Yo, man. So I know you said you watched the combines. I checked out some of it myself. I'm not a big combine guy, but I want to see who's coming out. A lot of people are high on this Caleb guy. So what do you think about in general, Caleb? Get rid of Justin Fields, bring in Caleb, and will it make a difference if Chicago don't put the right people around?
I'm hoping, since it's so, the official season starts tonight, midnight, the free agency.
Yeah.
And they really haven't said anything regarding what they're going to do with him. Some teams have sort of already solidified who they're releasing and things like that. And I'm sure they amp up tonight. But I was hoping that they keep him, build some weapons around him, and just go from there, But it's a business. I feel like they're really waiting too late for him, in a sense, because they sort of let a lot of other quarterbacks know that they're re-signing them or they're releasing them or just leaving it up to them to make a decision. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel like they judge black quarterbacks a little differently when it comes to.
Let me ask you a direct question. Do you think they should get Caleb from USC and start over and get rid of Justin Fields, or keep Justin Fields and give up that first round draft choice for picks?
Well, I mean, Chicago been starting over for the last 10 years since they got rid of Robert Smith. I mean, what's the difference? I mean, Caleb comes, let's just say they do get rid of him. Caleb comes, you're going to be pretty much in the same situation if you don't get the weapons around him. They need to address the offensive line, for one, which they never really do. So who's to say they get him? He's coming out hot 2 or 3 weeks into the season. Boom. Potential injury, season injury. And then, I mean, I don't know, man. It's hard to say. I think they could use the pick to get a lot of good free agents coming in, some trades, but also, I think that wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. could be a difference maker for them. To me, I think he could be, because they already have a good receiver.
Right.
But if they get him, man, he's a game changer to me.
So let me ask you this question. You don't think that if they trade Justin Fields, they can't get another receiver and an offensive lineman?
I mean, they can probably get some free agent receivers, Odell Beckham Jr. will be a free agent.
No. Not Odell. He's not. Forget about Odell. He's not dependable enough.
I mean, he is. It's just, he had an injury at the wrong time. He's
not dependable enough, man. No.
He had a bad injury. I mean, he would be a good compliment, but you can get him at a cheap price, man. You got to look at, the salary cap. You can get him at a reasonable price.
No.
He's a veteran. He's better than 65% of the receivers in the game.
I don't care. He's only going to be on the field for like 3 or 4 games, man. Forget that shit. I hear you, but Odell, forget about him, man. I tell you what, his time has come and gone. He's great when he's on the field, but you're only going to get him for 5 or 6 games.
I mean, he understands the business too.
I hear you, and I don't disagree. I like Odell, but his time has come and gone, man. But think about it. I mean, he was on Baltimore. How many games did he play?
He played about 10, 12, about 10 or 12.
I tell you what, man. Listen, I like Odell. His thing is he needs to stay his ass where he's at for minimum price and end his career in Baltimore. That's what he's needs to do.
I agree with that. Stay where you are. It's too late to be moving around trying to demand.
Man, just chill out, man. Just chill out and come back. Try to make Lamar a great quarterback and be his guy until you retire.
Yeah.
That's what he should do, because he ain't getting no bigger money anywhere else.
No, he's not. He's not. And
I will tell you, you think he wants to go from Baltimore to a team that might only win 5 or 6 games?
Well, this is a new league going into the future, and playoffs have been treated like a business too, though. For real.
I hear you, But what's the chance of Chicago being a winning team next year?
Slim to none, really.
So all I'm trying to say is that if he's getting minimum wage, I'd rather get minimum wage on a winning team than minimum wage on Chicago. And it's cold as hell.
Yeah. I mean, and here's the dynamic. Chicago don't really pay its players anyway.
Anyway.
They have a history. They gave Jay Cutler like 90-something million, and Jay Cutler was probably the fifth worst quarterback in the league at this time. But he's one of the only players that they play. When it comes down to this, Justin Fields is just in the same situation that most players are when it comes to them re-signing. So Chicago is not really in it for the wins. They're not.
Well, let's just say they are. I think that if you ask me, I think you're right. I think Justin Fields is gone, and I think Chicago should try to get the best picks for him. And if they're going to bring Caleb in, because they see right now, they're saying that Justin Fields is not projected to be a Hall of Fame. Right? He might be he might be good. He might win some games with the right teams around him, but he's not projected to be a Hall of Fame. We still don't know that about Caleb, because that's what he's coming out as. A number one draft choice, a potential big stud who might be your franchise quarterback for the next 15 years.
But I don't even when it comes to quarterbacks, I don't give a damn what the experts say regarding that. Because think about all the Hall of Fame quarterbacks. When was the last top-rated quarterback had a hell of a season? I mean, a hell of a career. Look at the best quarterbacks in the last 15, 20 years. All them motherfuckers second round, third round, last round quarterbacks.
I agree with you, right? Except that if you're the GM and you pass up on Caleb and he turns out to be a Hall of Famer for some other asshole team, then your team is lower. Because it's really no downside, right? You pick him, you get some draft choices for Justin Fields, because I think that's what's going to happen. Right, and shore up the offensive line. Even if you only get offensive linemen for Justin Fields to protect Caleb, you got your offense shows some signs already. We even without a number two. So you do that, and you try to get another. I hate to almost go back on my word, like an Odell, or the free agency market if he goes. But I wouldn't put him on there because young players can't play with Odell Beckham. He's too dominant.
I mean, like you said,
a rookie doesn't need a guy like Odell because he's too dominant.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like you said, at this point in his career, he should be happy to go anywhere.
But he's arrogant. He's not going to be like that.
All receivers are arrogant.
But his arrogance is above. His arrogance is like primo. You don't want to put him with a rookie quarterback, a guy like Odell, because he's not a nurturing dude.
But I will say, since he's come off of that major injury he had, he's been a little bit more humble. You haven't heard anything about it.
I'll grant you that, but
no, he's changed a little.
He's changed a little bit, but he needs to match. He matches up pretty well with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, just stay where he's at. Just stay where you are.
Stay your ass where you're at. So Chicago, who else is out there? Who else is out there that might be a free agent that might be good? I think that's the question.
Saquon Barkley, I think they're going to release him, and he's looking to find another team.
Okay.
I can see now because Baltimore, they're looking at Quinn possibly being a free agent, J.K. Dobbins being a free agent. They're going to have quite a few free agents. Now, I can see Saquon over in Baltimore. That'll be a hell of a team right there. Because you got best rushing teams. That's a good. I can see any running back that's a free agent coming and going to Baltimore and change.
Yeah, is Baltimore going to pay Saquon Barkley what he wants? No way.
I mean, but they did increase the salary cap by like $30 million.
Okay,
he can get 15. He can get 15. He going to. I say between 13 and 15.
Man, see now if Baltimore gets him, woof. I tell you, man, it's just you know what, man. Baltimore's issue is just getting Lamar Jackson through the playoffs.
Yeah,
that's the key. Now you know what, he got too much flack for losing, and and what? Who, Kansas City beat them? Beat them out? Who beat them out? This is Kansas City.
Kansas City. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. How are you going to get your ass kicked by losing to Kansas City?
I mean, but
you could have played better. He could have played better, but that's still Kansas City.
But here's the thing, Alpine. A lot of that stuff. Listen, I look at play calling beyond the individual player. Now, if he's coming in throwing interceptions constantly, yeah. But I look at play calling in crucial moments. You go against the strength of what the hell got you through this season. I don't understand it. I'm not going to throw the ball 45 times when I got the number one running attack in the league that got us there.
Is that coaching? That's coaching.
That's coaching, yeah. But don't nobody bring. It's not on the coaches though. They move these coordinators around just like the coordinator.
Okay,
they move them around, and they gonna go somewhere. He gonna go wherever I think he has Seattle. He ain't gonna do shit in Seattle.
All right, so let's move. Let's yeah, I hear you, but let's move to the combines. All right. So listen, I know a lot of people put a lot of premium on combines, but I want to show you something about the combines, and then you probably recognize this name.
In 2018, we experienced one of the worst combines.
Let me kind of expand this.
In 2018, we experienced one of the worst combine performances in NFL history. Let's rewind. Offensive tackle Orlando Brown Jr. was coming off an All-American season at Oklahoma when he entered the 2018 NFL Draft, listed at a gigantic 6'7" and 345 pounds. Among all prospects who participated in the combine, Brown finished dead last in the 40-yard dash, vertical jump, and broad jump. He also had a lackluster 14 reps in the bench press, which was the worst of all offensive linemen at the event. Brown's terrible showing tanked his draft stock. After starting out as a projected first-rounder, he fell all the way to the third round, where the Ravens selected him 83rd overall. Fortunately, Brown has not let his combine performance define him, as he has quickly become one of the better tackles in the league. How much should the combine determine a player's draft stock? Comment your take below.
All right, so that's the question. How much should his combines impact? Because we know that Brown turned out to be a potential Hall of Fame. From his bad combine to what he actually turned out into the pros. So what say you?
What you got? End of November to March. What about 4 months? When the season in college till you go to the combine.
You think he just was eating his way out of?
I mean, some players, some players are gamers only. Some players, they may not seem the best, but they're gamers. And I think the combine's a little overrated when it comes to linemen, in a sense. I don't need you to run a 4.7, 4.6, 40.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But as far as strength is always something that can be built throughout the season. Continue, from the time you get out of the end of the season, from the time you get drafted, you could probably gain 40, 50, 60 pounds on your bench press. Okay. And to me, the reps, like I said, shit, if I can bench press 250 5 times, shit, I'm good with that. But, the reps is, most guys in the NFL are what, 280, 290? If I can bench press 370, 400 pounds 4 or 5 times, shit, to me, that's good. That means for 4 or 5 seconds, hold your ass up every 4 or 5 seconds. That's it. I ain't got to hold you for 2 days. And, I just got to keep you in position to the whistle blow. And you can see from where they judged him at the combine to where he is now,
Well, no, I'm with you. I'm with you. So if we go to the quarterbacks, we have Pennick, right? You have Michael Pennick. You have a white boy named JJ. I forgot his last name. And you got Caleb. Some people don't like Pennick.
Yeah, but see, they worry because he had past injuries. Now,
go ahead.
He said past injuries, major injuries. But again, a lot of these guys, when they have injuries in college, they're young. Their body, is still developing.
Right.
But he's put up the numbers to be a top 5 quarterback.
They
He's
say
put
he
up.
might go in the top. They say he's going to go pretty high, but we don't know where. But they're trying to say that his college stats don't translate to what he might be in the pros. I don't agree with that. I don't.
But
agree.
again, But again, that's all BS.
Yeah.
Nobody in their wildest dreams would ever thought that two of the best quarterbacks in the last 20 years would ever be in a position that they are. They never predicted fucking Patrick Mahomes to be who he is in the NFL. And
Right.
you draft fucking Tom Brady down there last and look at him. So you can't look at that. To me, Aaron Rodgers was down there. He wasn't even really nothing. But look at him. And when he come back, he ain't gonna be shit. Aaron Rodgers is gonna be weak as hell when he come back. Watch what I tell you.
No, man. You know what? I tell you what. I think that Aaron Rodgers, when he comes back on the Jets, I think the Jets are gonna surprise next year.
They're gonna be 500.
Well, shit, man. 500 is good. Well, okay, 500 is good for those guys, man. So okay. So I don't know where Pennick is gonna go. We know Caleb is going first, and then I can't remember the white boy's last name.
James and May.
He's from where's he from?
LSU.
No, it's not LSU.
North Carolina. You talking about the white guy from North Carolina?
Is it North Carolina? I forgot where he's from. I don't think it's North Carolina. It's
he's North Carolina. It's blue and white. I know.
It's Michigan. He's from Michigan.
That's not you talking? What's his name? Forget his name though.
That's the brother.
No, he's a white guy. The guy from Michigan is a white guy. He ain't better than none of these quarterbacks.
His name is JJ something, I think.
Oh, it's Steimer.
Well, whatever, man. Whatever. One of these guys, man, they're talking about this dude. I just don't remember the team. I don't have them on here. Some of these things. But anyway, so combines, they've come and gone. They've seen these guys all the way up until March 3rd, Sunday. They've seen offensive linemen, defensive linemen, receivers, running backs. They said the running back class ain't that big. Quarterback class. So we'll see. And when is the draft? I can't remember when the draft is. In April, right?
In April, May. I think it's JJ McCarthy. JJ McCarthy, our fan from Michigan.
He's from Michigan, right? Okay.
Yeah. But that was his scheme, though. He had Michigan's offensive coordinator. He had one of the best schemes all year. His offensive scheme.
What I'm trying to say is they're looking at him as one of the sleepers, and he's a big white boy, man. They get extra points for just being big white boy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Now his shit might not ever translate to the NFL.
Let me ask you a question. He got a chance to be better than the dude they drafted in New England.
But that's what I'm saying, though. He was drafted high, and look how he turned out.
Well, but didn't they just ship him? They shipped him off to somewhere. But
who? New England?
The guy from New England. I thought they shipped him somewhere. They
didn't. I didn't
remember his name. But what I'm saying is, I hate this. I hate to characterize these guys as big white boys, but the bottom line is that he's got the prototypical quarterback stance still, right?
You talking about Mac Jones? Mac Jones,
JJ, right? He's not a runner or any of that shit, is he?
No, he's a pocket passer. He's a typical Tom Brady built. All of them are Tom, Joe Burrow, Mac Jones. They all are Tom Brady.
Yeah, Mac Jones, right? So I thought they keep him in New England. I thought they got rid of him.
Well, right now he's still there. So
okay. So listen. So I look at JJ as a Mac Jones type, right? But I think they're more high on him than they were on Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones was benefited from the fact that he got drafted by New England, right? And then he stunk up the joint, right? Because, the team, everybody was – the team, once the team lost Brady, they lost everything.
But that's what I'm saying, all right? A lot of times, it's about the scheme of the quarterback. Most quarterbacks that go to the NFL can throw 60 yards. That's not a problem.
Right.
But it's about the scheme and the ability to read defenses. If you can read defenses, then you're going to have success in the league. Point blank.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. I don't disagree with that.
It's about the scheme, though.
All right.
And I guess I'm always having the viewpoint that I do because I coach football.
Okay.
And you can't judge a football player a lot of times by what they look like. You just can't do it.
Well, I'm with you. I'm with you. All right, so we got the mock draft, right? The mock draft, and I'm gonna click on this so we can look at some of the shit from the mock draft. All right, can you see this?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you saw what popped up or not?
I didn't see anything. I saw you.
I gotta share it. So hold on for a second. Let me share this. Let me share this so you can see it. I got this mock draft. I gotta open it up so you can see it. All right, where's it at? Is it? No, wait a minute now. All right, so I gotta hold on for a second. I want to make sure I get the right thing. All right, so I gotta hit the web. There you go. I got it. All right, so you see this, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the 24 JJ McCarthy, right? Leapfrogs. So they're leapfrogging. They're pushing this guy hard, man. So here's some of the stuff on the mock draft. All right, number 1, round 1, Chicago, Caleb. So they already are saying shit in this mock draft. They're going to get rid of Justin Fields.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so Washington goes 2nd. They get enough. They're going to pick a quarterback. Have you heard of Jaden Daniels?
Yeah, for LSU, he's a nice guy. Pretty good, pretty big, 6'4".
Okay.
210.
All right, so yeah, but that's a gamble too, right? I haven't heard that much from him. Okay, here's Marvin Harrison Jr. is 3 going to New England.
And see, New England won't pass him up. They will draft him.
All right.
Chicago should move up and get him, to me. Any of those receivers.
Well, see, that's the one thing that's not what you call added into this thing. What Chicago's going to do if they trade my man Justin Fields, they should be able to command something.
Yes.
All right, you got this guy number 4, another wide receiver. Then the offensive tackle. All right, going to the Chargers. The New York. They think New York Giants are going to get the JJ because they're done with their quarterback. They all they need to see out of him, right? Daniel Jones. So he's gone. I don't know if they're going to trade him or put him on the bench. But if they bring this guy in, his days are definitely numbered.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right? So, all right. So what else do we have? All right. Then the Titans. Joe. All right. Okay. Dallas Turner. Okay. Edge rusher. Malik Neighbors, a wide receiver. Right, that's 3 wide receivers. An offensive tackle for the Jets. Another quarterback, Drake May. You heard about Drake May?
Yeah.
I have, shit, man.
But to me, he reminds me of Mitch Trubisky for some reason.
But if Minnesota takes him, okay, that's the Vikings. So are they giving up on my man, Kirk Cousins?
He's a free agent. He might move on.
He might be gone. Okay. Man, that guy has made so much money. Holy shit. Mm-hmm. Kirk Cousins is the best. He's the highest paid free journeyman quarterback in the history in the NFL.
And you don't see nobody complaining about him because
nobody complaining.
You know what I'm saying?
But he's not a bad quarterback, though, man. He's a middling to good quarterback.
But he's a system player, though. He's a system quarterback.
Right, but every team has a system.
No, but some quarterbacks just have that it factor. They can.
I know he don't. Okay, so he don't have the. I agree with you. He don't have the it factor, but he's definitely been a workable quarterback. There's just no doubt about it. He just might not be able to take you over the mountaintop. But you know what? Lamar Jackson is if he don't get to the Super Bowl, that's where they're gonna put him. This guy, okay, a CB, a cornerback, Another wide receiver. That's like 4 wide receivers in the first round. Tight end. Okay. Treon Arnold. What's that? Cornerback. Then another defensive lineman. All right, coming in for the Seattle. Knicks.
Bo Nix, that's a bad pick. I would take Pennick over Bo Nix any day.
Well, yeah, we still haven't seen Pennick. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Latham, Troy Fontenot, Wiggins, cornerback for Pittsburgh. They need a quarterback. Where the hell are they at, man, with this thing?
They may keep Pickens.
Yeah, but if they don't have a quarterback in the first round, that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah. Hold on, Alpine. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Well, man, I don't know what they're gonna do. Hey, Red Planet, what's going on, man? Let me give me the link. All right. All right. So, like I said, just to look at the show, I see these draft picks. I don't know who's going to go where, but we're looking at a cornerback again, going to Philly. We're looking at another edge rusher going to Houston. Houston surprised everybody last year. Dallas is looking at a linebacker, Edrin Cooper. All right, so another wide receiver in the first round. Wow. And Donai Mitchell. Shit, man, I don't watch enough college football. Jared Verse. All right, another edge rusher for Jared Verse. Another edge one for Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Safety finally for Green Bay. Another edge rusher for Detroit, which had a great season last year. Mims, offensive tackle, another offensive tackle, and then another wide receiver, man. That's cool. This is all a mass. Yeah, there you go. And let me tell you, if I'm a wide receiver and they're picking me to go, to Kansas City, man, I'm all in. I am all in, man. There's no doubt about that. Shoot. Man.
One thing about Kansas City they'll draft more receivers than anybody. They will get some receivers. I don't care.
Hey, man, what's going on, Red Planet? I hear you, man. I see you drive. You said you're driving. Let me go ahead and switch back to the presentation. So I mean, the mock draft, plus, of course, that's just one man's mock draft. Another man's mock draft will be a little different. Mm-hmm. So we can't put any real stock in what anybody's really saying. But then, it's good to look at the mock drafts. I'm one way or the other, man. We know about everybody has. So we're going into NBA talk. And listen, man, the NBA is getting a lot of flack, man. They're losing, but their numbers are down big time. And I'm gonna play this guy, right? This guy's saying the ratings are in the tank, and this guy really doesn't like Adam Silver. I'm telling you. This is my new best friend, man. This dude here, man. This guy here. He's a funny dude.
Can't tell you how many times I have finished watching a Pelicans game and I'm angry, I'm pissed off. They can win it.
Yeah, I want to start it a little bit earlier, man. This guy, man, he's something else.
Experience for NBA fans. Can't tell you how many times I have finished watching a.
Have you ever seen this guy before, Trey?
NBA Commissioner Alice.
No, I've never seen him. I don't even know who he is.
Gordon Risen King, the insufferable Draymond Green, and members of the
he calls him Alice. He calls the commission Alice.
one of the celebrants got a little too excited during the performance by Jackie Mahomes. When Jackie was dancing to the Britney Spears classic, Hit Me Baby One More Time, this party goer took it literally. He thought Jackie was asking for a nice little spank on the boodle. Draymond Green saved his boo Jackie from immediate danger by putting the aggressor in a passionate woke hug. The NBA, along with their pretend friends in the mainstream media, they were celebrating this weekend because LeBron James became the first player in league history to score 40,000 points in his career. Now, there was some confusion this weekend. Some people mistakenly believed that LeBron had scored 40,000 points in one game. With Alice Silver banning defense in the NBA, it's not outside the realm of possibility that a superstar player could score 40,000 points in one game.
Please just stop it. He calls him Alice Silver. Alice. That's so funny, man. That you know, what's that? They keep calling Commissioner Alice. That's just funny as hell, I think, man. This dude's a trip.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, for Commissioner Alice, the fake happiness, the fake joy, the fake adulation for LeBron's latest achievement, that is where the celebration ends. This season has been absolutely brutal for the NBA. I thought public perception of this league was bad in 2020. I thought it couldn't get any worse. Somehow, they have found a way to make it worse. The problems in 2020 were mostly fixable. All you had to do was remove the shit fuckery, remove the murals of King Floyd from the court, and casual fans might be willing to give you another chance.
This guy is so funny, man.
I don't necessarily know how you can fix all the problems the NBA is facing.
All right, man. Let me just this guy. I listened to this whole thing. It's too long to play. This dude is pretty funny, man. All I'm just trying to say is, what do you think about the state of the NBA?
I think the state of the NBA ain't going nowhere.
All right. Well, okay. I don't think it's going anywhere. I hear you. It's not going to end or anything like that. But is this guy, is he on to something about the popularity, the arrogance, where the NBA is at right now, the players and their there's somewhat aloofness from the fan base?
In a sense, you know, but I always look at it from a player's point of view. And I wouldn't take it. Listen, as a player and a fan, you can, you know, not like me as a fan, you can boo me, whatever, but you can't get personal with me. I don't give a damn who you are. Same as anybody else. It doesn't matter what position you're in. If someone attacks your family in a sense, that's probably be the only reason you'd be ready to get up there and slap shit out of somebody. You know, you can say I'm weak, I can't shoot or whatever. You can keep it all on me, but I'm in the league making $20 million. I don't give a damn. And if I just hit 3-3-pointers in your favorite team and y'all lost and shit, then you mad. I made you lose your bet. The hell with your ass. So what? But when you get personal, just like anybody else, just because they in the professional field don't mean that they have, you know, they don't value their family. You know, that's where I think that it draws the line. Other than that, you can say what the hell you want to say.
Well, you don't think the fans are coming after anybody's family, do you?
Man, the fans be tripping. The fans be saying all kinds of shit.
Yeah, okay, they be okay, but listen,
and it's not a lot though. It's just a few. You know what I'm saying? It's a very
but
few.
Is it just the fan? I'm not talking about whether they say anything about the individual family. Because listen, I don't disagree with what you're saying about if there's personal attacks that go past the basketball court. But you don't think none of the basketball related criticisms are justified?
I mean,
remember they had to put new rules in just to get these assholes to play games.
But that was the NBA. The NBA set it up like that. They set it up like that. Our pain, yes.
Okay, they set it up like that. So, but they had to put rules in. When you say the NBA players, you mean fucking guy from San Antonio with when he started sitting down his players.
Well, yes. See, and look. Ain't nobody said shit about Pop when he was doing that. Ain't nobody said nothing. They still call him the greatest coach in history. And it started, but he was doing that first. Nobody said shit.
That's what I'm saying.
So the NBA allowed that. That comes from the higher ups, the commissioners, and everybody that's in charge. They allow that. Now the players
call it management, load management, right?
Listen, you tell me to shut up and play. Goddamn it, my knee hurt today. I couldn't play all week. My knee hurt. I mean,
that's so funny, man. You're tripping me out, brother.
But I'm paying to think about it. And this is what, because remember when it happened, Kawhi Leonard had got hurt, and this is why he got it. And then they brought him back too soon, and then he was hurt again. Right? KD got hurt. KD got hurt. They brought him back.
They absolutely brought KD.
Brought him back too soon. So players, they talk. These players talking the whole season. They're like, man, we gonna be COVID here. Like, fuck that shit.
Okay, but Trey Ferg, these are two exceptions. Okay, well, maybe not exceptions, but notable exceptions because they're superstars, right? But what I'm saying is that everybody started taking advantage of this so-called load management. Even, so if I buy a ticket and LeBron's visited my city, I'm only going to see him once. I pay a premium for that ticket. They don't tell me he's not going to play. I go to the game and they got some asshole who's on the end of the bench playing for LeBron. I'm going to be mad.
But again, the NBA.
But again, what?
The league created that, not the players.
Okay, so the league, listen, the league didn't create it. Popovich created it.
Well, he started the league itself.
Okay, let me just say this. So the league says, I got to do something about this. So they put in a new rule that fines teams, because this is before the first commissioner left, started fining teams for sitting players during especially national televised games. You got more, the sponsors are paying the premium, the fans are paying the premium, and then all of a sudden LeBron and Steph Curry ain't playing in the game. That's the only reason why people want to see the game.
Hey,
and there's nothing wrong with them. They just want to sit out. That's bullshit, man. Come on.
Listen, it's not that they want to sit out, because understand. It's almost like baseball. As a pitcher, you like 1 day on, 3 days off. So you can be off in that rotation when they come to a certain town. It's just the way it is. Now the players in the NBA, granted, it's 82 games, because now they proposed to shorten the season, which it really won't make a difference. But if you're a top tier player, now then granted, the televised games, we need y'all to be there. We need y'all to play. If you cleared medically, there shouldn't be no reason that you should be sitting out.
Absolutely not.
However, you cannot gauge a sprained ankle.
Wait. Okay, let's stop making sense. I hear that, but see, now you're making excuses. We're talking about healthy players.
But that's
we're talking about healthy players.
Again, who allows the player to sit out?
Okay,
the coach. Players can't sit out.
Hey, Trey Ferg, first of all, the goalposts in a football game are fixed. You can't keep moving this shit.
It's not up to the players to sit out. It's not up to the players. It's the coaches. It's the GM.
Listen, if I'm a regular player and I'm LeBron, I could tell a coach, man, I got to play this game. People came to see me.
You can't tell nobody nothing.
I can tell a coach that, God damn it. Okay, I'll concede that. But that's why they put the new rules in to fine the teams if these guys ain't playing when they're otherwise healthy. You got to play the game. You get paid $50 million a year. Get your ass on the court. Listen, Trey, you play. I don't know if you play basketball.
Yes.
Okay, so you played basketball. You played every goddamn game. You didn't sit out because I'm load management. Get the hell out of here. You went to your neighborhood to the other neighborhood, and you played because your team expected you to play.
I didn't play. I didn't play on Fridays. It was outside the season. I didn't play on Fridays. I don't care what day.
Oh, man, you tripping me out, man. You know what? All right, man.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. You know, but again, this is the dynamic that the ownership and the league puts themselves in. They allow players these freedoms. They allow these freedoms, and when players take advantage of it, then they're like, "Oh, it's a damn problem." Because, like you said, those sponsors on those televised games, they want to see the best players, and then players like this, I don't listen to players that out of the league talking about other players. I don't listen to them.
No, I hear you. Listen, anybody else? My link, I dropped it in the back chat. If y'all wanted to come up, Lady Novoa, thank you for showing up, my man. It's what it is TV. I appreciate you guys being there. Hit the like button. You know, do me a favor, hit that like button. Anyway, listen.
Well, hold on before you play the video. Now, the NBA did implement a new rule this year.
What's that?
If you want to be considered a all-star or NBA all-pro, you have to play a minimum of 72 games. So yeah,
and that's worth millions.
Yeah,
that's worth millions.
Yeah, and now I can see now that's going to be in the contracts going forward. Your ass want to be here, it don't matter. You got to play these games.
That's worth
millions. Barring injury. So yeah,
that's worth millions. That determines whether you get max money or not. Yeah. That's what I like. You wanna. So okay, listen to this shit. This is my man here. I gotta hold on for a second. Let me this guy can't stand Gilbert. Go ahead.
Comes out there.
The question is, Gilbert Arenas, is he low key racist?
Whenever they put him in front of him, no one had said the amount of idiotic things in a time span of maybe a year and a half. It's Gilbert Arenas. No one. What am I talking about? For whatever reason, there's a conversation circulating around the NBA community. And I believe it was started by Kendrick Perkins. Kendrick Perkins went on ESPN First Take. And he started questioning why certain players are getting a pass and questioning the way Nikola Jokic is generating his stats in order to remain ahead of the MVP race. Talking about, he was stat padding. You notice that once his assists went down, his shot attempts went down and his assists went up. And he's like, what's up with that, right? What's up with that? That he's basically stat padding to win MVPs. And then from there, it started turning into something else where Stephen A. Smith started saying, yeah, I can definitely understand what you're talking about and all of that. And then it started creating this kind of weird conversation in basketball, a weird conversation. And then the whole time, I was sitting here asking myself this very simple question. Why are y'all doing this? Like,
so let me stop it for a second.
Where are we going?
So let me stop it for a second. So you see what's going on, right, Trey? These guys are talking about the European players, right, in the NBA. And he's going to get into this whole conversation that Gilbert Arenas talks about. And I think, and here's why I want to ask you a question, man. What do you think about the European players in the NBA? Are they a benefit or not?
I think they're a benefit, but I do understand it's only going to be a select few that even make it to a league that are in that top tier. Even today, I mean, it's a benefit in a sense, but here's the thing.
Okay, tell me
what they're starting to do, and they've done this since, Manu Ginobili and all them guys was coming in. A lot of the resources that they were using in the communities, they've now moved them out and put them in these locations because they're going to identify the top players in those countries. It ain't going to just be a guy averaging 14 points. No, he's going to dominate in those other countries. So they're going to give him a chance.
Trey, I gotta stop you. What resources are you talking about?
What I'm saying is, it's outside of, like, I remember as a kid when I was coming up, they used to have little, they used to travel. I don't know if you ever heard of the Round Ball Classic.
Right.
Back in the day when Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, and Bird and all them, they used to travel around the country playing ball. Little summer league ball, little pick games in your little city. And but then they would also have these little setup. They would come set up a court in some major neighborhoods, and they would play little games, little team games. You can have your team already, or you can just pick 5, and you might play a little 20-minute game. And they would give basketball knowledge to the community, to the younger guys. Now they're just doing a lot of this outside of the country. You go to basketball today, you don't see them. That's all I'm saying. But again, it's going to start taking away, because remember, it's only 400 and something NBA players.
Okay, wait a minute, Trey. Are you trying to tell me it's the foreign players took away these guys from the inner cities? Are you trying to?
The foreign players are not doing anything. They're just benefiting from the resources that the NBA is using.
Well, the NBA. What you trying to tell me? The NBA has to leave the inner cities so they can go foreign? What
I'm saying is, and you probably seen this in your neighborhood, and guys can say, it's guys better than guys in the NBA that never even get looked at.
But that has nothing to do with the
foreign. A lot of some foreign players, like Giannis, he was groomed to be in the NBA.
No. But what does that have to do with the inner cities? Nothing.
What I'm saying is, a lot of players are still going to be shut out of the opportunity.
No. Not because of Europe. It's a meritocracy.
Okay, so what good is the European players for the NBA then?
Because NBA is going international.
But what I'm saying, I'm paying. You mean tell me you couldn't just take all America? If let's say no foreign players played in the game, and they would take 2 teams. I think it's going to happen next year. I think Golden State they're going to go to, I don't know, they say Abu Dhabi or somewhere like that, Dubai, somewhere. Okay. They're going to play a game. So just that exposure to those countries brings interest to the league.
Yes, and that's the benefit of the whole entire league.
And that doesn't mean that just because we come here and play that we're gonna start looking at y'all and drafting some of y'all players. All crap.
No. Hold on for a second, okay? Let's just hold on for a second. The NBA can pay all of these players these hundreds of $1 million contracts because they're worldwide, not just the United States. The money is coming in from the entire world. Listen, the European players.
That's just recent.
Wait. Let me. No, hold on. It's more than just recent. We could make a case that if I had this is what I think they should do with the All-Star team. By the way, All-Star game. I could make a case that I could have all foreign players against all American players, and that's how good the foreign players have become in the NBA. With no Americans on their team, all foreign players, Giannis, the Joker, all of these guys. Wait a minute. Yeah, Siakam, OG, the guy that the Knicks got, and all of
you count Canada.
Hold on now. Shea Gilgeous, Alexander, all of these guys could be on a foreign team against a U.S. team. That's how good the world has gotten. That we don't have. Go ahead.
So are you counting Canada as a foreign player?
Of course, they are.
Okay, without paying. Think about it. You only got 1 to 2 people from Canada that can be in that top tier. OG, he's not a top tier player. He ain't averaging 25 points a game.
No. He don't have to average. He just has to
be an all-star. Most all-stars average.
You listen.
We could make it an international game. That's why
we could mince words all we want. If I'm setting up an all-star game between American players and the foreign players, and I need a team on the foreign team, I would put OG on that team. And I'm saying if you want to bring back excitement to the All-Star game, put those foreign players against the U.S. players. I can guarantee you this. They're going to play. There's going to be defense. They're not going to let these guys beat them because pride's going to be involved. I can fix the All-Star game right away. You put those foreign guys against U.S., man, we're talking about international. We're talking about a fight in the middle in the All-Star game. I can solve the problem right away.
That'll never
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that'll never happen.
Why not?
Because guess what? I can take, say you got your five top tier foreign players. You got your five. They got five of them. You got five. I give you five, maybe a 6 man. I give you maybe a 6 man. But I guarantee you can take some of these second tier NBA players that are not all, and they'll whoop those foreigners' ass.
You already know. You got these foreign players in the NBA now.
But what I'm saying is, a lot of them set the bench. A lot of them set the bench too.
Hold on, man.
They good. They put the best on the court.
I can guarantee you that it would be a great game.
It'd be a good game to the third.
Oh, man. You know what? Okay. So let's get back to this, right? Gilbert Arenas gets on this podcast, right?
Yeah.
And let me
the same flag.
Listen to us.
Championships or not. And
he's talking to Draymond Green.
Born guys. For instance, I saw a list today Stephen A put out. And it was like the players under the most pressure to win a championship. I think James Harden was 1, CP was 2. Jason Tatum was 3. Joker was 4. Joker has 2 MVPs. More than likely about to be a 3rd MVP. And he's older than JT.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that he's 4th but JT's 3rd? And Luka wasn't even on the list, right? Now you obviously Luka's a little younger than JT, but I feel like over the years, European players has not had the same caught the same flag of winning a championship as U.S. players, and I don't understand that. And I wanted to know if you feel the same way about that.
It's really a knock, to be honest. Do they think that they're even capable of winning it by themselves?
Mm-hmm.
Do they hold them to the greatness of what they hold the American players to? Right. So when you have a Luka, when you have Jokic, at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, they're good. European players are coming over, they're dominating, but do we hold them to the same standard? So it's like they get a free easy pass, right? They get a free easy pass versus someone you know me, you know what I'm about.
So you get where they're coming from, right?
Yes.
All right, so let me kind of forward fast because you get with the conversation. I don't have to echinate this. You get where they're coming from. I want my man to come back on. Listen to what he says. He's telling Gilbert Arenas to shut up.
I'm saying this because you are embarrassing us black dudes out here. Here's why I'm saying that. You see, black dudes don't get this benefit of the doubt. When you hear a black dude go up there and say stupid things, for whatever reason, people will assume that a lot of us think this way. We don't. You are embarrassing us. Your reasoning skills are horrendous. It's like a second grader. I'm sorry. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Like, enough is enough.
All right, I can stop. So he's mad at Gilbert Arenas for saying that the European players, quote unquote white players, are getting the pass about the pressure put on them to win championships. And Jason Tatum in Boston, right? He has a lot of. Actually, that boy's gotten better.
Mm-hmm.
So they're saying that he has a lot of pressure on his shoulders for Boston to win this year, and I think that's true.
He does.
Huh? You don't think so?
Yeah, I said he does.
Yeah. So and they might win it, man. Boston looks really, really good, by the way.
He look good.
And,
We'll see playoff time.
Is Porzingis a foreign player?
He's a foreign player.
Okay, and he's hurt right now, and they're still playing pretty well without him.
I thought he played the other day. He played the other day.
Oh, he's back. Okay, he's back. Okay.
I'm paying.
Yeah.
Listen, I would love to keep this debate going, but I'm
you gotta go.
Yeah, bring us back. I like this right here. It's always a pleasure, man.
You gotta jump off?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off.
All right. Well, you going to the other show?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Listen, man. I'm from Pop Off, man. Hey, man, but I'm almost. This is my last big slide anyway. I appreciate you coming up, man. Good conversation.
Appreciate you, man. Yes, sir.
We're gonna take this up again. Next time, man. I was trying to get you faster. You all right, man? Later, man. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. All right, man. All right, later. All right, so that was some good stuff. I tell you what. I kind of agree with my man. A Dreamers Pro, by the way, is a good sports show. Anybody who wants to go over there, man, I get some stuff from his stuff all the time. These guys have been at it for a long time. And, you always pick and choose stuff from other channels. And but I like this debate against foreign players and U.S. players, because my thing is that if we want to improve the All-Star team, All-Star game, get those foreign players playing against the American players in the main All-Star game. There's no doubt that we'll improve that All-Star game right off the bat, because national pride and everything, it won't even be the money. So they said that if you just pay them more money, that they play better. That's a grift. The players are not going to play any. You can give them $500,000 a piece. They're going to still fluff the All-Star game. But you put those foreign players against the U.S. players, it's a game now. It's on. It's on. Because national pride will be there. And nothing beats national pride. We see the world we live in. This shit is a no freaking brainer. I don't understand why the commissioner doesn't understand that. There's enough players in the NBA, in the foreign players in the NBA, to have an all-star team from American players and foreign players play each other. This, it's just a no-brainer. It's just a simple solution and an easy fix. That's what I'm saying. Well, anyway, what else do we have? We don't have much more. Let me go ahead and finish this off. Anybody who's still in the audience, I appreciate you being here. Let's see what's next. All right. Well, you know what? I did this thing where I put up Jokic against Embiid. Guess what? I guess these are two foreign players, ain't that? Wow, two centers. And I looked at their stats against each other. And Embiid scores more points, he plays more minutes, but Jokic is more consistent because Embiid gets hurt a lot. I think his years played might be wrong for Embiid. But every week I kind of showcase two players against each other. So here's two centers, because these guys have been vying for MVP year in and year out, almost every year. It's unfortunate that Embiid got hurt because he was hands-on, going to be the MVP this year. So maybe not this year because I think he's still out. Whatever. But NBA has some work to do. That's all I can say. All right. So here's power rankings for anybody who's still looking. Celtics are the top. The Nuggets are second. There's more teams in the West in the power dynamic than in the East, as always. But I think this year's is the Celtics to lose. right? If they just keep playing the way they're playing, they should be hands-on in the championship game. All right, so here's some standings as of tonight, this afternoon. All right, so here's an injury report. I'm not going to click that link. Some other sports banter. I don't have to play this one, but the decision for Caitlin Clark to enter the WNBA, she's going to give up her last year of eligibility, and she's also giving up a lot of money. She's giving up a lot of money to go to the WNBA. If she stayed in college one more year, that's worth over $1 million to her. So when she goes to the WNBA, her salary is, she's going to take a big pay cut. So her endorsements are going to happen. Well, first of all, don't cry for me, Argentina. She's going to come out. She's going to make probably tens of millions of dollars in endorsements as the highest paid WNBA player in history, in absolute history, right? And probably rightfully so. And because they need a shot in the arm. That league is dying. Do you hear what I'm saying? There's nothing appealing about the WNBA, not just to men, but to, heterosexual women. You know what I'm saying? Women don't even support the damn thing. So, you know what? She's going to be a shot in the arm. We're going to see how they receive her. And, hopefully they don't shoot themselves in the foot with jealousy. We'll see. We'll see. And, of course, this is my boxing thing coming the 8th. I'm a big boxing guy. So we got some fights upcoming starting on this Saturday, Friday, and Saturday. So I'm going to tick these off as these fights occur. So I have a few people who are boxing fans. And, so I like boxing. And these are some of the biggest names I plucked out of the schedule. And so I'm looking forward to seeing some of these fights, especially Keith Thurman. Well, not especially, but Keith Thurman against this Zoo. That should be a great fight there. Ryan Garcia, if he doesn't self-destruct, should be a good fight against Haney. Of course, Alvarez is fighting the other Chalo brother. And he won't fight Benavidez, which he's being a chicken shit not fighting Benavidez. And then, of course, this guy, man, Japanese dude, Inoue, he's just so small. People don't look at him, but that's a bad dude, man. But at 126 pounds, nobody's really looking at him. But he's a bad man, boy. Oof. Anyway, Lomachenko, everybody knows about him. He should probably end up beating Gambosis. And, of course, Tyson Fury's back at it against this guy, Usyk, foreign fighters, heavyweight championship fight. And whoever wins that fight should take on Joshua. Should be the winner of that fight takes on Joshua. So, listen, everybody who says boxing is dead, that's not necessarily true. It's just not the average, everyday person. It's not a boxing fan. But some of us still watch the fights. I don't pay for a lot of these fights. It's got to be real super for me to do pay-per-view. But, even with pay-per-view, it's on the internet like a day or two afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a deep, dark secret. These fights will be on YouTube. The highlights will be on YouTube the night of and the day after. And then if it's Showtime or some other show or some other streaming service, you'll get to see the fight, without having to pay pay-per-view. And that's just where boxing has put themselves. And so that's it for today. I appreciate anybody who stopped in, Red Planet, Lady Novar, and this guy, It Is What It Is TV. I appreciate you even stopping in, even for Trey Ferg. I'm gonna check out your channel. Anyway, hey, listen, that's it for today. I appreciate everybody coming on. Have a good night. Our Pain, Marriage, Politics, and Sports on a Swivel at the Sportsbar. Over and out.